This episode is brought to you by Genesis Network. With business alignments with the NBA, the Genesis Network gives you all the blockchain services and products in one spot, like an NFT marketplace protecting artists' copyrights, eliminating all problems caused from lack of protection and security in the industry. The private sale starts April 25th at just 22 cents with only 5 million tokens available, and the public sale starts May 1st. Visit genesis.network for more information, link in the description below.
This my two Satoshis. Who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis, yeah.
Yo, what's up? This is Dr. Littlejohn with the G Perspective. I'm back in the city and I want to give my 2 Satoshis on Bitcoin 2022. First, I want to say it was a blast. I always have a good time at the conferences, especially connecting with those who have the same mindset. The conference reconfirmed to me where we're going and the importance of getting this right. And we're talking about a sound money system, a money system that's neutral and fair before the options that cash allows us is gone and we're completely digital. Because once again, once we're completely digital and we're handed whatever systems will be handed by governments or the corporations, they'll always have levers within those systems to shut us off. And so looking for something after the fact will mean that you may not have the ability to move that wealth to a system that favors you or is neutral. We have a very short period of time to get this right. Like I said, it was always a blessing to be amongst those who, what I call, crossed the divide. I believe that in this time of human evolution, we're in a paradigm shift, but we're in a mental paradigm shift amongst other things. And I believe that throughout time, human evolution does this, and then every now and then it does this, and then it does that. Well, during these spurts, everybody doesn't cross the divide. Some people get left on this side, and a good example is Warren Buffett. And so we're at a paradigm shift where I believe that the human, I don't know whether it's consciousness or psyche, the human mind and the scopes of where the human mind can go and things we can understand. We're crossing that bridge where we're now giving value to the abstract. We're now understanding how to give value to the abstract. Now we're at that paradigm shift. Bitcoin and possibly some cryptos, NFTs and the other aspects, we're now being able to give value to abstracts. So it's always a blessing to be around those who have bridged that divide. I was encouraged. The Lightning Network, Jack Mallers' announcements, even though they weren't the Apple. I don't use Apple, so to be honest, I really don't. But of course, it still would have been big. But I think that his announcements that he actually did make were actually be bigger than an Apple announcement. I mean, we're talking about, he announced deals with over 29 major retailers. I mean, from McDonald's, Walmart, Starbucks, Winn-Dixie, Home Depot, and that's just to name a few, man. You know, and they'll be integrating Bitcoin payments through Lightning. So I'm real psyched about that. I find it really strange that a technology that's actually built on top of Bitcoin doesn't get much coverage. Yeah, if you go search for it, you can find it, but it's strange that considering many of us are in this space, the algorithm doesn't place it before us. And this space has made me value being a contrarian. Where I come from and the things I've been through has built filters. I filter everything. And I have to ask myself, well, when have they ever made the common man privy to anything first? And so I realized that what news stories, what am I being bombarded with when it comes to the digital asset space? And most of it's a lot of bullshit. Most of it's hype, shiny new syndrome. But the reality is most of those projects will not amount to much, if anything at all. And so I just find it strange. I mean, I'm not even bombarded with detractors for the Lightning Network. And once again, I have to ask myself, when have they ever made the common man privy? So it's the same games, because we're talking about tech being built on top of a phenomenon. Bitcoin is a phenom. Understand, we don't know who the founder is. It has no CEO, no CTO. It has no executive officers, no boards. It has no office buildings, no bank accounts. It has no marketing department. It's never paid for a marketing campaign, an ad, a commercial. It's never paid a spokesman. That's never happened in human history. Something to grow that organic in this short period of time. I mean, we've had, movements that have been geographically based for the most part, but nothing that's worldwide. We're talking about people who don't even speak the same languages, don't come from the same socioeconomic backgrounds, coming to a consensus, rich, poor. We're talking about a technology that has a use case for every single segment of the population. There are use cases for the rich. There are use cases for the middle class. There are use cases for the poor. But what's most important is that wherever we store our physical energy to be used later, it must be neutral. Whether I like you or not, I must stand for the place you store your physical energy as being neutral, impartial, because it works both ways. And that has nothing to do with whether I like you or not. I may still choose to bust you upside the head. I may still choose to go to war with you. Our store of value, where we stored our money, must be neutral. If it isn't, then we have a greater problem than our dislikes for each other. There's no freedom without neutral money. Reflect on that. This is Dr. Little John with the G Perspective. Hit that thumbs up. Peace. I'm out.